Chapter 9. Growing plants. Not only food, we get many other useful things from plants. The most important of all is that they give us oxygen, a gas that is vital for all the living beings to live. Thus, plants act as the earth's lungs. Since plants are living things, they grow, live for a definite period of time and finally die. In order to continue their race, plants also need to reproduce. The process through which a living being gives birth to its young ones is called reproduction. Plants reproduce from spores, seeds or other body parts. Reproduction from spores. Fungi, ferns and mosses do not bear seeds and reproduce through tiny structures called spores. The spores fall on the ground and grow into little discs. These discs later grow into new plants. Plants that do not produce flowers are called non-flowering plants. Fern, mushroom, moss. Reproduction from seeds. Flowers are the reproductive organs of the plants which develop into fruits. The fruits contain one, few or many seeds. Structure of a seed. The seeds consist of three main parts: seed coat, cotyledon, S, and embryo. We can see these parts when we open up a seed. A seed may have one or two cotyledons. Madge, wheat and rice are some examples of seeds containing one cotyledon, whereas peanut, bean and gram are some examples having seeds with two cotyledons. Structure of a seed. Seed coat is the hard outer covering which protects the embryo from drying out. It also protects the seed from physical damage. Embryo grows into a baby plant under favorable condition. Cotyledons contain food for the baby plant. Germination of a seed. The process by which a seed grows into a seedling or a baby plant is called germination. A seed germinates only when it gets favorable conditions. A seed requires air to breathe, water to soften its seed coat and warmth for its germination. Water also converts the food stored in cotyledons into a soluble form so that it can be absorbed by the embryo. Firstly, the embryo grows downward in the form of a tiny root known as radicle, which later forms the root system for the plant. Then it grows upwards, forming a tiny shoot known as plumule, which later forms the shoot system of the plant. Stages in seed germination. Soil, warmth, air, water, shoot. Vegetative propagation. In many plants, parts other than seeds like roots, stem, leaves etc. give rise to a new plant. This type of reproduction is called vegetative propagation. Propagation by roots. Roots of some plants like sweet potato, dahlia, etc. can grow into new plants. Sweet potato. Propagation by stems. Plants like rose, sugarcane, etc. are grown from stem cuttings. Potato and ginger are some underground stems which bear buds. These buds grow into new plants. Each new plant breaks off from the parent plant and continues to grow on its own. Ginger. Propagation by leaves. When the buds on the leaves of plants like begonia and bryophyllum come into contact with damp soil, new plants begin to grow from these buds. Bryophyllum. Seed dispersal. You know that plants remain fixed and cannot move from one place to another. If all the seeds of a burst-out fruit scatter near the parent plant, they will not be able to survive. They will not get enough light, food, water, and space to grow. Overcrowding of seedlings will cause their death. Seeds produced by the parent plant must spread across far and wide for them to grow well into new plants. The process of spreading seeds across wide areas is called dispersal of seeds. In most of the cases, nature has arranged certain helpers for the dispersal of seeds. These helpers are wind, water and animals. They are also known as the agents of dispersal. Some seeds also get dispersed through the explosion of their fruit on their own.